Trail and fireworks on stage at the convention for the National Association of Black Journalists in Chicago as former President Donald Trump questioned Vice President Kamala Harris's race.
All right, and tonight, predictably, Harris is firing back from the campaign trail in Houston. Fox 5's Sharon Crowley here now to break down the explosive moments. Sharon.
Yeah, we're hearing from Vice President Kamala Harris tonight after former President Trump's jaw-dropping remarks questioning her background. Harris is the first Black and South Asian woman to become vice president and the Democratic Party's likely nominee. Now, Trump made his controversial remarks during an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, who are holding their annual convention in Chicago.
Sir, do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear,
Former President Trump drawing immediate criticism after questioning Vice President Kamala Harris's race during an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists. His false claims drawing immediate backlash from the Harris campaign and from the vice president. She reacted to his remarks while speaking at a black sorority event in Houston, Texas.
It was the same old show. The divisiveness and the disrespect.
Harris is the daughter of a Jamaican father and an Indian mother. She attended Howard University, one of the nation's most prominent historically black colleges. While there, she pledged the black sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha. Plus, as a senator, she was a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. The vice president did not specifically mention Trump's personal attacks.
And let me just say, the American people deserve better. The American people deserve better. The American people deserve a leader who tells the truth, a leader who does not respond with hostility and anger when confronted with the facts. We deserve a leader who understands that our differences do not divide us. They are an essential source of our strength.
Well, throughout his political career and even before, former President Trump has repeatedly questioned the backgrounds of opponents who are racial minorities. Polls show that Trump had made some inroads with black voters who he felt, some voters who felt he would do a better job with the economy than President Biden. But once Biden dropped out, many of those voters returned their support to Harris. In this very tight race, as you both know, candidates need to attract voters outside their base. Natasha.
Yeah, it's critical. All right, Sharon, thank you so much, and stay with Fox 5 on air and online for the latest on the race for the White House.
Well,